again, everyone, to our History at Home series here at the History Museum of Mobile. While everybody's staying at home, taking care of themselves, their family, our community, while self-isolating, we wanted to bring some of the museum to you. Today we're going to be talking about sports, specifically baseball, and Mobile's amazing contribution to the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. Mobile has 5 people from the city who are in the Baseball Hall of Fame. That's the third most, behind only larger cities like Chicago and New York. What it is about this area that makes it such a breeding ground for baseball greatness, there are a lot of theories, a lot of ideas, but I want to talk about these 5 individuals that have come from Mobile to achieve greatness in baseball. We all know, of course, about Henry Aaron Hammer and Hank, but I want to talk about other people like Billy Williams, Willie McCovey, Satchel Paige, and Ozzie Smith, all born in this city. So first, Ozzie Smith. Ozzie was born in Mobile December 26, 1954, and he lived in Mobile till he was 6 years old. His playing career consisted of time with the San Diego Padres and the St. Louis Cardinals, and it was with the Cardinals he achieved his greatest success. He had a career batting average of .262 and 2,460 hits over his career and 580 stolen bases. He was a 15-time All-Star with 12 years from 1981 to 1992, and then 1994, 95, and 96. He was World Series champion with the St. Louis Cardinals in 1982. He was the National League Championship Series MVP in 1985. He won the Golden Glove Award 13 times from 1980 to 1992. And his number 1 jersey was retired by the St. Louis Cardinals. In 2002, he was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Billy Williams. He was born on June 15, 1938. He grew up in Whistler and went to Whistler High School. Over his 18-year career, he played in 2,488 games. He had time with the Chicago Cubs and the Oakland A's. His career batting average was .290, including 426 home runs. He was 1961 National League Rookie of the Year. He was selected on the All-Star team in 1962, 64, 65, 68, 72, and 73. In 1972, he was the National League batting champ. His number 26 was retired by the Cubs, and in 2001, a statue of Williams was placed outside of Wrigley Field. There's also Willie McCovey. He was born in Mobile on January 10th, 1938. He grew up in Mobile, and he dropped out of school to help work to support his family. He spent time with the San Francisco Giants, the San Diego Padres, as well as the Oakland Athletics. He had a career batting average of .270, which included 521 home runs. He was National League Rookie of the Year in 1959. He was All-Star 1963, 66, 68, 69, 70, and 71. He was the National League MVP in 1969 and the National League home run leader in 1963, 68, 69. His number 44 was retired by the San Francisco Giants, and he was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1986. Amongst the most famous names to come out of Mobile was Satchel Paige. He was born July 7th, 1906. And he grew up in Mobile in an area called Down the Bay, area east of Broad running south to Virginia Street. At 12, he was sentenced to reform school in Meigs, Alabama, but it was at this school that one of the school trustees, a Reverend Moses Davis, who taught the boys baseball, took a special interest in Page and focused on teaching him to pitch. He began playing in the Negro Leagues and moved all over the country. He played for teams in Chattanooga, Birmingham, Baltimore, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Kansas City, New York, Memphis, and Philadelphia. He was the Negro League All-Star in 1934, 36, 41, 42, and 43. And in 1942, his team, the Kansas City Monarchs, won the Negro League World Series. After Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in baseball, Page was brought on to be part of the Cleveland Indians. He also played for the St. Louis Browns and the Kansas City Athletics. In 1948, when he was with the Cleveland Indians, he won the World Series, and he had a career ERA of 3.29. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1971. But when we talk about Mobile sports legends, there's no name bigger than Hammerin' Hank Aaron. The baseball stadium is named after him. He was born February 5th, 1934, and grew up in Tolmanville neighborhood of Mobile. He went to school at Central High School and Josephine Allen Institute. He played for a semi-pro team in Mobile called the Mobile Black Bears while still in high school. He then joined the Negro Leagues and played for the Indianapolis Clowns for just 3 months before being hired by the Milwaukee Braves in 1951. He had a career batting average of .305, 3,771 career hits, including 755 home runs, earning him the all-time home runs leader record that he held for over 30 years. He was an all-star every year from 1955 to 1975. He was the National League MVP in 1957 and was the 1957 World Series champs with the Milwaukee Braves. He was the National League batting champ in 1956 and 59, and he was the National League home run leader in 1957, 63, 66, and 67. And his number 44 was retired both by the Atlanta Braves and the Milwaukee Brewers, the team he finished his career with. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1982. Now, part of our collection at the History Museum of Mobile is the 754th home run Hank Aaron hit. This ball, for a time, was the home run record ball, and which became eclipsed when he hit his final home run as a major league player, hitting 755. Again, a record that stood almost 30 years. I want to thank everybody again for taking a few moments to spend with us here at the History Museum of Mobile. From all of us, we hope you continue to protect yourself, protect your family, take care, and we look forward to seeing everybody back here at the History Museum of Mobile once all this passes. Thank you.